Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Liz here. So today, it's a little story time. It's not the best, I guess, but I feel like it's an experience that a lot of people went through, and honestly, I actually never thought that I was ever gonna go through that, but well, here we are, you know? So, let's just get right into it, okay? Growing up, I was, and my friends will say this, they will agree on it actually, that I was really quiet and pretty shy and, reserved and all that stuff. But it was because, like, I remember, my mom, always telling me, okay, I thought I heard my dog wanted to come in. No? Okay. If you guys don't know, I have a puppy and he comes in and out of my room. But like when I like recording, I like having the door closed. But sometimes he like knocks. And I thought I heard him, but I guess it's not him. Okay, so like I was saying, my mom basically, would tell my sister and I that if we ever heard something, any of that, like if, you just stay out of it, okay? You hear your little chisme, you were not there, you didn't hear anything, just keep your mouth shut. So, basically, yeah, like I really stayed out of trouble. Like I was never um, the loud kid or anything like that. Which, I mean, obviously there's nothing against that or wrong with it. But I was just, very quiet, very to myself. I wouldn't really talk a lot. So yeah, I was, a little quiet kid. But once you get to know me, whoop, okay, that's a whole different story. But anyways, that's not the story that we're going to talk about. So this happened in middle school, and I was recently new to the area, so where I live, I currently live now. Um, I moved from Orange County area, and I moved over here. And I was in 5th grade when I moved. It was like at the end of the year, so I would say I really didn't know anybody. The little few friends that I made. Um, we went to different middle schools. So, I was basically new to this new school. Didn't know nobody, right? It was the beginning of the year was fairly fine, 6th grade. And I started off with different people. And then, like, maybe like about on the middle, like the school year, apparently like I was in the wrong classes and they had to switch me to the correct ones. So I ended up in a new classroom. Obviously I didn't know anybody, so I'm just like, great, I gotta make friends now again. But I actually made friends with this group of girls. There was 3 of them. One of them, she had a sister that we had all classes together. And I mean, with the girls, I was like really fine, they were the ones that started talking to me, obviously because I was like new to their classroom. And obviously I would hang out with them in the classes, and during like lunch or like breaks I would go to like my other friends that I made in my first class where I was at. So yeah, I would be like switching back and forth, things like that happen, right? Things like that. So from the beginning, I did realize, or not realize, I noticed that my friend's sister, there was like a little off vibe, like, I guess, I don't know, she felt some kind of way about me, which I didn't even know her, but, I'm like the kind of person that I actually can feel and sense when, somebody doesn't like me. I don't know, a lot of people don't really believe me in that, but I'm just like, go with your gut feeling, because your gut feeling is always right. And yeah, that was very much so right. Okay, so from the beginning, we would get like in little groups and we would all be talking. Like she would always give me like, the side eye, or just make little comments here and there, or like not include me like in the conversation if everybody's talking. So she would like make me feel like left out and whatever, and not really like acknowledge me, I guess you could say. Which I was fine. I mean, I wasn't really her friend. I was just friends with her sister. But obviously, she would once in a while come and hang out with us and stuff like that. So yeah, you just kept a little tension there. And I could also always feel and sense when somebody's staring at me, which I feel like certain people have that feeling too. Like someone's staring at you, just like directly make that eye contact, and I'm just like, yeah, got you. So yeah, like she would stare at me a lot, and I'm just like, okay, it made me feel a little uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. And obviously I was like very quiet, really just reserved, and I would only just talk to like my friends. But I started noticing little things here and there that were just happening to me. Like in my backpack, either when we would take I believe we had, so we had like 6 periods, 6 different classes. But two classes, we had the same teacher. So we just go out for break and then just come back and start like the next class. So I remember either like my backpack was opened, and I clearly remember it being closed. Like I don't ever remember leaving my backpack open. And I remember the pencil shavings, like we had or I had little sharpeners that had a little cap on, so you just like sharpen your pencil and you don't have you have to get up and throw it away, just like there. So like it would just be opened and just like all over my backpack. And obviously, like, I know that it's not like, okay, it opened in accident, because it literally was like all over my stuff. I mean, if it was open in accident, it would just be like on one little area and like the little pocket that I had it in, but no. So, and I mean, obviously I didn't say anything, because I'm just like, I was just not that kid, I was just not that kid. I was just very quiet and like, maybe that's why it was like the target of, getting bullied by her. But yeah, the most thing that I remember that they did, because it was her and her friend. It wasn't only her. It was like her and her friend, because in the classroom it was just them two together. I remember we had PE class, and in PE we had to change to our PE clothes. So we had lockers, and you could have a lock if you wanted to, but I didn't, because none of my friends did. So I was just like, I don't want to be the only one, with a lock, because I don't trust you bitches. Which, maybe I should have. But yeah, like, we really didn't have to, because obviously it was just us, and we would always pick like one little area where it was just all of us and nobody else, would be there. So I remember coming back from PE, and I opened my locker, and all of my stuff was like literally just like dumped out, like in my locker. Like everything was just dumped, and I was just like, I literally wanted to cry, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry. Like, I'm not gonna cry, because I just didn't want, that attention, or, so I was just like, just put your shit together, just put it back, just leave it alone, don't say anything. But I could, obviously feel and sense that, they were like staring at me, looking at me, and I knew who it was. Like, they made it so obvious, but I didn't tell any of my friends. Just mostly because like, you know, her sister, like I just didn't want anything, and I feel like, okay, if I would have said something, I feel like her sister was just not gonna say anything, or her sister was just gonna tell me like, oh no, like she didn't do it, she didn't even mean it, you know, because obviously they're sisters, you know, you'll have your sister's back, whatever. I didn't want to have like that drama or like all of that. Like I just wasn't that person, okay. um yeah, so that was one of the most that I remember, but it was just mostly them, you know, like just talking behind my back, and I could just like hear them whisper, like say things, or like when we were like doing a group thing, and they would just try to like push me out of it, and yeah, they were like really mean girls, honestly. I'm just like, damn. So that was basically kind of like it with her, but I mean, that was the first time that I ever experienced being bullied ever in my life, and I was just like, obviously didn't know how to like react to it or like do anything about it, because I'm just like, you know, what am I supposed to do, like confront the girl? Like I'm not even like that, like I was just, you know, no. Later on, I did find out that I guess like the reason that she didn't like me or felt some type of way about me was because I guess like this guy that she liked, that he was actually in the same classroom as we were, also liked me, but I had no clue, no idea. But yeah, so I don't know if it started from there, or I don't even know why she didn't like me. I don't know if it was because I was just friends with her sister, I don't know, or I was just like an easy target. I really have no idea. Also, I wasn't the only person that they did things to, which I didn't know till like at the end of the year. I was talking to another girl in the classroom, and yeah, she was telling me how like they would just like talk a lot about her just because she was like one of the smartest girls in the classroom, so they would like always try to like make her feel like dumb, and like I don't know, they were just like really mean. The funny thing is that I was still her friend for like throughout like middle school, high school, and then even outside of high school, I still like talk to her sister. I think maybe it's been like about 3 or 4 years that I actually haven't seen her or even like bump into her at all. So, but yeah, like that's so crazy. I never actually told her what her sister did, but when Amber, there was like a couple of years that we would just like go out and stuff, and I wanted to tell her, but I'm just like, nah, there's no point, like, you know, this happened like back in middle school, like there's no point in me saying anything. But that was middle school, and that was like the last time, that was the first time and last time that it happened in middle school. Now in high school, it wasn't bullying, but for some reason, and I still cannot, you know, understand, or like, you know, I just don't get it, but a lot of girls didn't like me in high school. And I just didn't know why, because I mean in high school I was still like, you know, quiet and like just to myself. I had a lot of friends throughout like the 4 years of high school, but like I don't know, like, because I could just sense when somebody doesn't like me, and I was just like, I don't even know you. The two girls that I remember mostly that just didn't like me, I guess like my group of friends in middle school had, I don't know, some kind of drama between them, that apparently just because like she doesn't like them, she doesn't like me. And I guess like it was just like so petty things, and it's like so high school things also, because I didn't really know that girl. Like I know who she was, you know, because of my friends and stuff like that, but I would like, you know, just see her like just giving me like the side eye, or like making little comments, to like the friends that we had in common with, and like they would tell me, and I'm just like, I really don't even know this girl. Like I have no idea why. I have no idea why. And then like the other girl, I guess, cause her friend, I remember this clearly. Her friend bumped into me, and you know, I was like, okay, excuse me, and I went up to her and she's like, is there a problem? Like, you know, and I guess, you know, if her friend didn't like me, she wasn't gonna like me, all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna fucking do this, like, you know. But yeah, you know, high school wasn't that bad, but like the beginning of middle school, yes, because she really made my life just like so miserable. Like it was just so uncomfortable being around her, and you know, the fact that I just didn't have like the guts to say something and obviously just deal with it, like not tell her sister nothing and just like live with it. I'm just like, oh my god. But you know, it is what it is. I made it through with, you know, little social anxiety, and I don't like people. Okay. That is, you know, my little trauma that I came out with. You know, I don't like people, and I just have anxiety as fuck. So, thank you. Thank you, girl. Thank you for all that. Oh my god. Honestly, like, I just hate, and it's actually one of my biggest pet peeves when people bully each other. Like, I just hate it. Like, I honestly don't understand. I can't comprehend where it comes from. Like, why do you have to bully people? Like, why? Like, why do you have to, you know, be talking behind their back? Why do you always have to have something negative to say about people? Like, it's just, like, one of my biggest pet peeves. So when, like, I hear people saying stuff like that or doing something like that, it makes my blood boil. Because it's like, you have no idea, you know, what you might think that you're not doing any harm and you think it's funny, but you just never know what that person's going through, which is the reason why I just like, I have stopped myself from doing things that I love, because my social anxiety and just the constant thought of like, okay, what are people going to be thinking, like, you know, the negative comments and stuff like that. And it's just like, it honestly, it does change someone's life, and you just never know where it's gonna go with. So I'm always really careful with my words, and I try to tell people as well, like, just be careful what you say, because you just never know, you know, who it's gonna affect, or like, you know, later in life, you know, like that could actually hurt you in the long run. So you always gotta be careful. But I really hope that people can understand, you know, the hurt that it actually goes. You know, I have heard and seen so many cases of like, you know, bullying actually, you know, taking people to just ending their life, and like that is crazy and like scary, because you just never know like how words can actually hurt somebody that deep, or even actions, or just a joke. Like, I just try to take things like really seriously. So you guys, please watch what you say, and just, you know, love each other, please. But yeah, you guys, that is, you know, my little fun time in middle school, you know. It's okay, I made it through. With a little anxiety, but it's okay. It could have gone a lot worse, you know, but I'm glad I did it. So that is the end of my story, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. Let me know if you have ever been bullied before, and how did that affect your life. Like, you guys, once again, for me, it did give me, like, you know, more of a social anxiety, and I just really am distanced with people, so it makes sense why I don't have any friends. And I just like kind of learned, like, not really to like people, because just people can just backstab you like real quick and just be so nasty to you, and Yeah. Don't want that in my life. No negative energy. No. Cleansing myself from all that, okay? So, yeah. Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys later. Share the love.